Has any of you watched Miss Marvel?
Yes.
What is
Okay.
that? And I say
Miss
that
Marvel.
sarcastically, by the way.
I didn't expect you guys to have watched, but I'm glad at least one of you did. Okay, I will be this. I'm going to confess. I do not hate it as much as I thought I would, but it's written for like a 9-year-old about a 12-year-old who pretends to be 16, who has randomly fallen into superpowers. But the show is really about just a Pakistani Muslim fanny. That's really all the show is about. It has nothing to do with superhero stuff. Nothing ever happens. They walk around and eat a lot of food and they talk a lot, but nothing ever happens. So it's like a kid's Disney Channel drama for like middle schoolers. Because she's supposed to be 16, but she behaves like she's 12.
Yeah.
It's very strange. I don't. Yeah.
I see. Strange. I went into this not reading the comic, knowing a little bit about the character, right? It's first of all, it has the lowest opening ratings of any Marvel Disney Plus show.
Yeah, who's it for?
Which first of all tells you something. Okay. Now, yeah, I can see that it's definitely written for, young teens, something like that. Like, like I don't know, between 10 to 13, maybe.
But Pakistani Muslim stuff is so over the top. You're so immersed in the world. And I don't even hate that.
Kamala, it is what it is. You should be doing the right thing. Do not be doing this. If you do, you're gonna get the hurt.
I know, but I don't. We get into the weeds about how bad the show is.
Well, yeah, but I mean, even I had this one Pakistani friend of mine, right? Nice guy and all that kind of stuff, and he even said, you know what? Oh my God. To have it constantly reminded all the time about, Pakistani this, Pakistani that, all the time with the Pakistani stuff.
Partition. All
the time. No. We do not talk about your great grandmother.
Max doesn't want to. Max, the MVP doesn't want to watch it because he knows he'll turn it into a drinking game. Every time they say partition, every time they say brown person or it's like so. It's written for like 9-year-olds, I guess, Max. But
and what he said is like, I don't need to be constantly reminded.
Yeah, it was strange. Max, have you read the comic books? Do you have any framework of this show and this debacle of a train wreck of an idea they've put together?
I don't, unfortunately. I was reading a lot of different Marvel books during that time of all new, all Marvel, or all new, all different Marvel, whatever it was back in the probably like 2000, mid 2000s. But I never picked up Miss Marvel. I didn't really know, it wasn't geared towards me. Same thing with the show. So I've heard from a lot of different people that it's probably, the most out of the shows that we've gotten between, what was it? Loki, Falcon Winter Soldier,
WandaVision was first.
WandaVision, yep. Mm-hmm. All these different shows that have been on. Out of those, it's probably just the least like offensive in the way of like offensive meaning, not that it's going to offend my pride or anything, but it's not like in your face breaking lore or in your face breaking what they're doing. And so that's what I've heard.
Doesn't even fit really. They say that. I mean,
because like
I don't know how she'd fit in the MCU. Like it doesn't.
Yeah. Because there's really no superhero-y things. It seems like this is more of a like I don't know if you guys remember watching or hearing about the Lizzie McGuire show on Disney Channel or Nickelodeon. Mm-hmm. It was one of those.
Oh yeah,
I think it was Disney Channel. And Lizzie McGuire show was essentially just a girl in high school dealing with friends and drama. And I think that's what they're trying to do with Miss Marvel. They're trying to make a Disney Channel show in that Marvel universe so that they can say they have more of that demographic watching this. But it is difficult to see like what their intentions were. They are going to want her to add her at some point, but Mahler brought up a great point in a live stream a couple days ago where he said, like, could you imagine she has no rapport with the other like Avengers. So if she were like talking to like Falcon, or if she were talking to Wanda or something, and she's like, I'll go over here and fight these guys, like they'd be like, who are you? You know, like it wouldn't seem like it would
Well,
fit. But
it's funny you say that because there are comic books, and I don't know if the other guys that were on with Mahler didn't point this out, but there are comic books I've seen now. And I don't know of an issue off the top of my head, or I'd try to pull it up, where the characters, maybe not just her, I think also the little teenager Nova version, his name is Sam Alexander, does this. I think early Miles Morales might have done this. They'll sort of like fanboy out when they're in the room with Captain America or something like that. They'll be like, "Oh my God, it's Captain America over there! Oh my God, oh my God!" This is not something that happened in comic books growing up, and I saw in these new ones, and I'm like, and I got to be honest, I would stop reading for a minute, have to take a break. Her books are impossible to read. They're so badly written, and that it's just a whole lot of nothing happens, and then suddenly she's all stretchy and does her thing, and that's it. The show does so much less of that. I think. I'll have to borrow your Lizzie McGuire. It's Marvel's Lizzie McGuire with a Pakistani Muslim Lizzie. So that's pretty much a pretty fair assessment, because there's some magic with her bracelet and her powers, because they made her into like a Green Lantern. Like she could just do stuff, right?
Yeah. Like create constructs from her bracelets,
correct.
Right?
Whatever she wants. She needs a shield. She needs something to step on, or whatever the case may be. She's done that, but it doesn't fit. Even the people that are the faceless villain organization that's trying to round her up, they're not SHIELD. They're not a group that we're familiar. They're not already in the MCU, so that doesn't even fit for us. Because I think we'd have Marvel stands going nuts for that. So from the sounds of things, it doesn't seem like, Mags, I'm going to be able to get you to watch it with me or anything like that, Mags. I mean, you could be the target audience, Mag. Listen, I know you're in North Carolina. But, you may just like, listen, it could be for me. I know Pop's really propped this up so well. I got to run out and see. Never mind. I'm not going anywhere with that, right?
No, you're not. I personally like, like the Captain Americas of the world and the Iron Mans. And I mean, I'm in that age range, and, I mean, and to be quite honest, if this is supposed to be geared towards, the younger audience, like the YA type audience, honestly, I look back at what I grew up with, even cartoons back in the day, like the Batman, the animated series, and the Justice League animated series, the X-Men, and all that kind of stuff. And, anime shows that were on at the time that we're showing over here, they were far better entertainment. And for kids shows, they had some adult lessons, but could be applied towards anybody. And to be quite honest, those are the types of shows that I like, because you have, you actually have here. I don't really care if people are in high school. I don't want to be in high school. I was bullied in high school. Leave me alone. It's like, it's kind of like one of those things. I don't want to deal with that high school stuff.
But you're going to connect with her, Mags, because she's bullied too.
How dare you want quality?
Let it go.
No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to see that on the screen. I want to see a hero. I want somebody. I don't know. I don't want to. You already deal with drama enough in real life. I don't want to have to deal with it on my television.
Yeah. Right. And I'm not playing